Okay. Bear with me. Bear with me, everybody. Okay. We turn this down. Okay. When did I stream last? I don't remember. Sunday? It was terrible. Everything was glitching. Everything was messed up. I apologize. I fixed everything. I took a few days and made sure everything was picture perfect. Everything was nice. I just went live, or this live, and it said same warnings it was last stream. Even though I tested everything yesterday or it was perfectly fine. Right now, it's saying everything is in excellent shape. So, what I need from you guys right now is to tell me, is the music too loud? I need to know if it is and write down and finalize a freaking decibel. I cannot, for the life of me, for some reason, just write it down. So, what is up, Preston? Music is good. Are you sure? Can it be lowered? Can it be higher? What's your take? Hi, Preston. How are you doing? Not for me sounds good. That's my mom. Hi, mom. Hi, mommy. Hi. Guys, my mom's here. Be nice. That's so cool. My mom's here. Okay. Another thing that we can do to fix issues, or that will help the issues, is if 100% fuel volumes. Preston is my audio connoisseur helper, because for some reason Hayden doesn't. Come. Loser. All right, I've got chat here. So, something that we can do is I'm going to minimize Streamlabs, okay? I'm not going to be able to see what's going on. But if I can't see it, the computer can't see it. The computer won't know to give it power. That's what we want, weirdly enough. So I'm going to minimize this. Okay, Streamlabs is minimized. I can see chat. Can you hear everything still? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear the music? Okay, the last test we're going to do, and then we're going to get into this. Oh, baby. And YouTube still says excellent. All right. Tonight's drink of choice, Mountain Dew Voltage. My lovely wife got it for me today. All right. Let's dive right in. Now we should be in the template, the scene. I can't see. Okay. I can see that actually. Okay. So we're at 161 Friend Safari encounters, 157 Darkrai encounters. So, what do you say? Let's get on our bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle. All right, we're on our bike. Let's get this let's get this party started. First encounter of the day. All right, here we go. Gonna work. We're gonna have a good stream today, people. Gonna be good. How's everyone doing today? What is today? Thursday? How's everyone's Thursday? All right, before we get too deep into it, what we're doing today, we're doing a friend safari in the top screen. The odds for Friend Safari is 1 in 500 and 512, 535, something like that. To get a shiny. What we're doing on the bottom screen, which is why it's so small, is Darkrai. That is a 1 in 8,192. That's going to take us a while. Or it could take us 161. We'll see. But, yeah, so what we need in the Friend Safari is Electabuzz. So it's a 50-50 chance to get Electabuzz or Dedenne. We don't want Dedenne. If we get it, I won't be sad because, you know, Shiny's a Shiny. But if we get Darkrai anytime soon, anytime, honestly, within the next 3 months or something, it's going to be insane. You're doing good? Great. How's the cabin life? How's it treating ya? Guys, I really hope we can get a shiny while my mom's here. Wouldn't that be awesome? Dedenne's really cute. We still have excellent health on the stream, guys. I think we might be golden. I also forget what Dedenne Shiny looks like. So maybe we should get it just to... Or we could get Electabuzz first. Call it a day. If we do get Electabuzz, we only need 1, so that's good. If we get Electabuzz, we're going to go into Gabite. I put Gibble on the thumbnail because Gabite isn't as... as Gibble. Oh, wrong button. Rolling 2 DSs and a Stream Deck at the same little... Speaking of my mom, guys, my mom got a Stream Deck before I did. Sorry. I love the Friend Safari so much because just the odds of it, but also this music is ingrained into my soul. It's the same music. Spent and probably definitely many tens of hours in the Friend Safari. Looks red in the shadow. That's what time. I'll reiterate what we're going for is Electabuzz and Darkrai. Electabuzz is going to be this cool, like reddish orange color, and Darkrai is going to turn purple. Ooh! Everyone knows purple's my favorite color. And Darkrai is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Favorite color and Pokemon. Can't get better than that. Right? It's so sick. I have a shiny Darkrai card in the TCG Pocket app. I was going to show that off last stream, then thing blew up. But like I said, we won't see Darkrai for months. It's our purple Polaris side by side the other day. Oh. Okay, where we live, for some reason, everyone around us has the idea that golf carts are the first option of transportation. It's as if we live like at an old folks' home, but it's the entire town. The whole place. Everyone has golf carts and they go on carts instead of walks. Like we'll go through like the main parkway of where we live and people just ride in their golf carts. And I'm like, why? Like we'll see golf carts in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. So I'm just like staring at a kid that's sitting in the back of his golf cart. And I'm like, it's just weird. I don't want to be staring at a kid in the drive-thru. I want to be anticipating my meal. Speaking of that, what's everyone's Chick-fil-A orders? What's everyone's favorite thing to get at Chick-fil-A? I will normally go... I like golf carts. Well, I did say old people's home. Would you say that a lot of people in your town are 55 plus? No! No! We're in the... I'll say we're in the ritzy part of the middle class part of town. If that makes any sense. So like everyone's like middle class family. Like they're all in like their 40s, 50s with 2 or 3 children. You know, it's that kind of town. But I don't know. I would never be like, hey guys, let's go up to the Starbucks. Oh, do you have the golf cart keys? I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a car enthusiast and I like driving too much to take anything else too. I think golf carts are fun when you're like 15 and you're like at the beach or something. That's about it. It's a huge neighborhood. Gone to a few times for work. That's a 5+ commute for golf carts and driveways and cars. I just don't get it. Maybe they're easier to get in and out of, you know. We haven't seen... I can't say anything about my mom wanting a golf cart because she has a Ford F-150 King Ranch, and it's so high up off the ground. That is not easy to get in and out of, you know. In my spry age of 26, hard for me to get in that thing. That can't. Well, there's handles. Are there handles? I didn't even notice. It's a pretty truck, though. It's like that nice, like, champagne gold. You know? It's nice. It's one of those trucks that, like, it looks like it can go up any mountain you ask it to, but you don't want it to. Because it's so pretty. That makes sense. Getting hot in here, man. I am in long sleeve and pajama pants. Come on, Electabuzz, shine for me! Is that the one you drove for a little bit? Yeah, my mom's. I'm still trying to figure out which is faster, Friend Safari or Darkrai, because Darkrai is just the same thing over and over and over. But Friend Safari, you gotta get in a battle, you gotta run, you gotta go find a random encounter. You can never really, like, really know how long it's gonna take, because you have to find that random encounter. I need to get a Pokemon with, I think it's like Illuminate, that ability. That makes it you find encounters quicker. My mind was not going. Preston, did you work today? How was work and or school? I know you were playing Red Dead a lot today, so. All right, we were almost at 200 encounters on Friend Safari, so we're almost at half odds. If we get it under odds, I will be happy. I've gone way too... I've done too many Friend Safaris that are way over odds. I am due for an under odds. Really an under odds hunt in general, but we'll see if the... I've been off since Sunday. I work tomorrow, Sunday, and Tuesday. I can't get anyone's schedule straight anymore. We've lived at our apartment complex for... Oh, I don't even know. 6 months? 5 months? I still don't know what 2 days they don't pick up trash. Bridget tells me at least once a week. I still don't know. I think it's Friday and Saturday, but I can't. Someone's gonna have to get Bridget here in chat to tell me. Today was mainly school, and I did the first 2 RDR missions, so it works properly. How is that gaming-wise? I know you can technically pull 500 frames. Stream says it's still been excellent. I think the few times it went down, it was around the 30-minute mark. So I guess we'll... My schedule is super inconsistent. My guaranteed days are weekends, though. As with lots of jobs. I don't think I cannot count, dude. I don't know if I counted that one. I just don't know. We're around 196. But when we do get the shiny, we're going to pretend that the number is spot on. But when we get it at 207, we'll say, ah, yes, exactly 207. Look. Super crisp. I put a cap on it, 45 frames per second, but with max graphics, I'm getting about 120, 125 consistently. consistently is 9. First try on this thing. You know what? Yep, right here. Thank you. It's been a nice clip though. We call that farming. Farming for a clip. So right now this is gonna be 198. No shiny. I mean, regardless, it's gonna be a clip. Gotta see how good the clip's gonna be. My short today actually did pretty good. All right, 200. Yeah. I noticed that full-length shiny hunt video you did has almost 600 views. Does it? I saw it past 5. I posted something on my Instagram that said, if it hits 1,000, I'll do a giveaway. So hey, like, subscribe, and go watch that video, huh? I think I know what I would give away, but I'm not gonna announce. I'm not gonna say anything yet. If it, when it reaches 1,000, I'll give something away. I've never done a giveaway on YouTube. I haven't wanted to do it because I didn't want to be like, oh, if you subscribe to me, I'll give something away, but you have to gain subs that way. That's 200 for Darkrai. It'll hit 1,000 eventually, I believe, but I need to focus on hitting the stupid button. Come on, be red. Be red. Why don't you? I probably can't say that. Not in this economy. We gotta walk away with something today. It's only been 25 minutes. We are flying through counters. Good grief. I might have to go. Oh, I can't say that either. I'm so happy I caught myself on that one. Oh my gosh. Can't say that. Ooh. Okay, where is Hayden? I said, going live in 5. He said, yay! 5 minutes later, he's not here. You know what, Preston? Go get your entire family. Get them all in chat at once for 2 seconds. Just send the link and say, everyone has to say one thing in chat. That will bring us the luck. then everyone can see my shiny. I don't care what they're doing. Eating dinner with Brit. Game over. I thought I was more important to him. Eating dinner with my girlfriend. Blech. We're shiny hunting, guys. Lock in. That's gonna be a short. Congrats. He also just got home from work. Who works anymore? I got home from work about 4:30. Watched my kids eat, played with my kids, gave one of them a bath. Then I stream and I hunt. I hunt for you. Would have been great. I think you should personally come down here and tell him to. It'll be a minute. He said no! Make sure you check Waze, though. Well, if I'd known that, he might have said yes. We get Darkrai there. Oh crap, we passed 207. I was doing that, then I looked at myself in the camera and I was like, stop doing it. All right. Different day, same question, everybody. What song was prominently stuck in your head today? The song that's been stuck in my head the past few days? Oh my gosh. The Way You Make Me Feel, Michael Jackson. I say that because I've been at an art school for the past 2 weeks. And I've been working at doing some stuff there. And the classroom next to where I'm working is the dance class, art school. And one of the classes is doing some kind of jig to that song, and I hear it constantly, all day, every day. That's the one that's stuck in my head. End of beginning. DJO. I mean, Doja Cat? I feel like you'd never. What's DJO? Or is it an acronym? Pronounced like you're saying Joe, the D is silent. Oh. Joe! End of beginning Joe. End of the beginning Joe. Sounds like a villain. Played Steve in Stranger Things if you ever watched that. Steve's not the curly-haired kid, right? I watched... Gosh, what was it, the first season? Because Bridget made me. I forget what season. Or was the last... Not the last season, but the season before that. Was that 4? I watched season 4. Didn't care for it. I just cannot wrap my head around, like, new media. I mean, we're literally playing Pokemon Platinum. Like, game's freaking 20 years old. No, 18 years. No, Steve was the older dude with the longer. I liked Steve. Yeah. Cool. He was best friends with the curly hair kid. So he's like in an actual band. Come on, baby, let's get this shiny. We're almost halfway to odds. Like I said, we're flying through encounters. Yeah, personally, he is amazing. Cool. $2 million shinies found. 2 million shinies. I don't know why I wanted to do Trump voice, but that's what you got, and that's what you get. Hi, Hayden. You changed your profile picture on YouTube too. That's crazy. 2 million shinies. Who's the opener to the show I went to a few weeks ago? I think. Oh, that makes way more sense. Yes. I'm wagging dad everywhere, bro. Yeah, no, I'm saying your picture. Did I say name? I might. Aiden is here, everybody. How was dinner with your lovely GF? We're watching Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes right now. Y'all remember that? Assuming that's one of the animated things. It's different nowadays. Gas? Our world's about to break. Dang it, I haven't gotten the shiny yet. 2009, okay. In that era, I'll say, I think DC and Marvel were swapped. I think DC had incredible shows. Marvel had incredible movies. Marvel shows sucked DC movies. And I think that lasted for quite a while. That's the way I envision. I can be wrong, but I was really into superhero media when I was like preteen. Like all of the DC is so good. All of the Batman, any Batman you can find is so good. DC did have some amazing animation. Young Justice made me cry. It was so good. Teen Titans Go came out. I'm gonna say it. It's good. It is insanely childish, but it's pretty dang good. Earth Mightiest Heroes was peak Clone Wars level of addiction, but it was only Young Justice. I think Young Justice was. So. But like Batman the Animated Series. The character arc of Earth's Mightiest Heroes was amazing. It is a must watch. What are you watching it on? Knowing you're probably watching it on crypto streaming platform. Disney Plus. Oh. Well, that's pretty normal. Good for you. I'm either flying on Friend Safari or I haven't been hitting the button on Darkrai, because how did I just get... How am I up 12 on Darkrai? I think I'm just flying through Friend. But I did sell one of my cars and it gets... Which one did you sell? I don't want to go, yeah. I love your... Don't tell me. No! That's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, I really, really did like that car. I don't like... Probably gonna get another Jetta, to be honest. That's what I keep finding kind of new. I don't want a new car. I think you're getting the right age of a new car. 8, 9, 10 years old. Because that is new to me. No. Newest car I ever bought was a 2017. Yeah, around there. Actually, I can't say that because I just bought a 20 or 21. That's the family car. That's who cares? That doesn't count. That kind of has to be new for safety. Or 2019. Whatever you do, find the car you want and then go test drive the closest one available. That's the closest trim. What I normally do. I don't know if it was a notch. Okay. Yellow will. You know what makes more than 200? I had like a 250. I don't even know what you want to call this. I had like an out of body experience yesterday. Because I'm thinking about this. Okay, I'm just completely real here. I was thinking about this girl I liked in high school. She drove a manual car, and I was like, I remember when I wanted to watch her drive it. So we went around a parking lot and I just watched her shift gears, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And for some reason, my whole body just like remembered the feeling of just and like my whole body just was like, ah. I don't know how to explain that any different than what I just did. I was like, dang, I need another manual. Yeah. You're not gonna find a clean SI. That's the problem, is that most of them are owned by teenagers or another kind of people. My dad had a similar experience. He used to ride around with this girl who had a Starion. Was she good at driving stick? I only rode around in that one parking lot. I heard that she stalled a lot. Teenagers and yabos. I love that word. Just about. Hayden, I did not tell you. We went to that car meet I sent you all the pictures of. These two hooligans. They could not be over 18. 16, 17, 18-year-old dudes, also known as people from Wales. And they were your typical like F-boy white dude. They had the undercut haircut with the curly hair, you know. Like all the dudes that your sister's into. You know. Yabos. And they pull in with two matching silver 5 Series. The Broccoli Boy, yes. Matching 5 Series. And they're what? Maybe O2s or something, like that generation. I don't even. E35 owners? Yes. Okay, that's important to note. Yes. They treated these nice, beautiful silver 5 Series like G35s. Cut mufflers, slammed to the ground on stock wheels. Like low rider. They had a like 30-inch subs in the back. And I'm like, guys, you're driving a BMW. No. You don't get it, do you? Go buy an Infinity. I think I told Bridget that. I said, those kids need to go get an Infinity. Driving a 5 Series. Sacrilege. Yes! It was disgraceful having to watch. The problem is, there's 3 open spaces. First guy pulls in, backs in, perfectly fine. The second guy pulls in, backs in, doesn't make it. Goes forward, tries to back in, doesn't make it. Goes forward, tries to back in. It took him like 5 tries. And he is withholding like other actual nice cars from parking. He's blocking the way. And it was so infuriating watching. I'm like, 1, learn how to drive. 2, learn what car you're driving. And actually drive it how it should be driven. 3, get out. I mean, we had a Revuelto, we had a Mercy, we had a Gallardo, we had a GTC4 Luso, we had Lotus, there was an R8. Like, get out of here. You do not belong here. Man lovers. Yep. Yep. What was Jeremy's car in Africa a BMW? It was that dark BMW wagon, right? It was that generation of 5 Series. It just wasn't a wagon. I forget what year that is. But that's what it was. E39. That's exactly what it was. Despicable. Guys, we've been live for almost 50 minutes and the stream is still saying it's excellent. I think we're good to go. I think we fixed it. Thank you, Carter, and everyone else who helped. Really just Carter. Carter doesn't come to stream anymore. What made me really like the wagons was that special. Honestly, yeah. Yep. Because in my mind, you see the E39 and you're like, that's so cool. And then you see like a new one, like a 2018 3 Series wagon, and you're like, that's mega cool. Because you just know, wow, they're still making them. The FJ40. He had the, did they call it the Scorpion in Prezzo? Not the bug-eyed. You only... Is that when he hates the insects? He had a bug-eye in Africa special. Is that the bug-eye? There's so many different... I love that one. The one before that and the one after that are all the best. Don't take that out of context. Alright, I think we are just now over half odds. Pressing the Google Drive link. Watch cool. Yeah, I have all Top Gear seasons from, I think, season 8 to... That's still like my bedtime routine. I'll just hit my Google Drive and do that. Because the good thing about watching an episode on Google Drive is that once the video is done playing on Google Drive, it just stops. So you don't wake up on Disney Plus or YouTube and you're watching something weird at 3 a.m. and you're like, what the crap? And your algorithm gets all destroyed. Oh. Jeremy has the Range Rover and has the Izu. Okay. Remember? It's not the one with the Panamera. It's the other, like, mid-size sedan, whatever the heck, episode. And they pull up in a Rolls Royce. I think it's the Dawn Ghost. A Rapide. And they're like, yeah, we couldn't get the Bentley because they said no, so we got the next best thing. And what the heck does Jeremy have? It's like a 80s Renault or something. And they like try to fit a dead body in the back. So fun. dead body like gets up. It's like, can you help us out here? You picked a dead body that was. Rolls S class in the Bentley. Was it an S class? Yes, it was an S class. Yeah, the repeat is with the Panamera. James dies in it. Because he's wearing pantyhose. Oh my goodness. I mean, there's some great TV out there. I think that's the greatest TV show of all time. It checks every single box. It's a car show, but what makes it the best show of all time is that it's not just a car show. It wasn't the Gran Turismo, it was a Quattroporte. Manual? Car show, but it's also not at the same. Yeah, exactly. I think he said it in an interview once. Jeremy was like, the best part about our show is that we're just three middle-aged weirdos doing stupid stuff. Like, yeah, that's what the people want to see. And they have every single kind of sense of humor. So there's literally something for everybody. Getting paid for it. I mean, hey, we're just playing Pokemon and having a goof and a gaff, and hopefully I get paid for it one day. Actually, you can pay. I can get paid if you hit that link in the description, donate or buy some merch, or use my code for advance.gg. I have no idea if my code has gone up because I can't see the screen. I wish we had gotten cast for the Grand Tour. Yeah, why didn't we, man? Should have been us. I really hope we don't get a shiny today. I want Electabuzz so bad because I honestly just want to move on. Ugh. But hey, if we get a Dedenne, that's okay. Because, we're doing Friend Safari. We have more Friend Safari hunts. Who wouldn't have paid to see 3 skinny albino white guys do dumb stuff with cars? Hey, only one of us is albino, but you can't put that against him because he's also ginger. It's one and the same. They're friends who go on adventures that also happen to be. Exactly. That's the best kind of content. It's both of y'all. You so pale you could be in a cop here. Or you could be nice. I could bring up what happens after you eat. I'm not gonna. I can't say that either because I have a gluten intolerance. I'm so nerfed. I'm albino and gluten unfriendly. Unlimited budget. What would be our first Grand Tour schedule? Special? I mean, we'd all have to do the same thing. If it's unlimited budget. Oh, I guess. Are you saying the challenge is unlimited budget? Oh, like the whole thing, not just the... I would want to do a trip from bottom of Japan to the top of Japan in 90s Japanese cars. We should start in Texas in Prius and try to run out of fuel before we reach the Canadian border, because no... What? So are you saying, like, what's the bottom of Texas? I feel like all the big cities in Texas are all... I don't know. But with higher stakes. You realize the stakes was going to Chernobyl. Are there higher stakes for a worse place to be than Chernobyl? It's Canada. Okay. We like Canada. All my Canadian viewers, we like you. Just a little less than we like Chernobyl. Fine. I clipped that portion, so don't say anything funny now. Oh. I hope chat moves before we get another shine. Before we get a shine. People are solid, but the fact that they have like 2 million lakes makes it suspicious. That's something your sister would say. No doubt about it. Wait, didn't Trump just change Lake Ontario's name? That's how they're manufacturing all of that maple syrup. What do you think they're making it out of? Fish? Have you had Canadian maple syrup? It's good. Bridget got some of this syrup from Costco the other day. Holy. Talk about some gas. That's good stuff. Got a giant straw sucking the water out of the entire world. Whatever it takes, okay? Canadian maple syrup is the good. So they have so many lakes. Whatever it takes. Bing, 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 bing. Whatever it takes. More cowbell. The law with Lake Ontario is that it goes into the border. Doesn't the Gulf of America also hit the... Like half of it only gets to be... And the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk on the American side. No idea what... surprised my Pokemon trainer hasn't gotten sick yet. Back and forth on a bicycle. You never heard the song Edmund Fitzgerald? No. I thought you were talking about a ship. A boat. That's my boat. Written by Canadian rock singer Gordon Lightfoot. I thought we did. Canadian. It is a boat. Oh, the song is about. Lightfoot sounds like he's a pirate. 300, everybody. Or a dinosaur. Littlefoot, Lightfoot, yeah. I like Rush and Terrence and Philip, though. Canadian Sweet. Andrew Nemhard. Shooting guard for the Pacers. Like him. Not a hazard or exception, like I said. I've been to camp. Last time I went, I was on tour with Lizzo. You can imagine how good that is. Yeah. I haven't. I don't want to wash my... I didn't even know Ryan Gosling was... There was Ozempic on that. That was pre-Ozempic. Actually, the headlines during that, or was that she was essaying her dance. So, I learned a few weeks ago. Yes, Stan. It says, "Hi, I'm Matt. We're gathering opinions on the U.S. and Israel relationship and regional stability. Have a minute?" Did they hear us talking about the other countries and borders and stuff? Okay, if they're talking about borders, we should see how he feels about Israel. I'm at the point now where I can reference really specific South Park episodes, and my dad and Preston find it funny. And no, well, you're right about no one else finding it. Oh! Burn run. I can't stand that. I got into it a little bit in hotels because there was just nothing else on. When we would get into hotels late at night, it was just I guess I'll watch this in the background or whatever. And I just a few of the nights, and I was just I'd rather sit in silence. You know me, I hate silence. After work Saturday? After work Saturday and Sunday, so tonight may be my time to do some fun me stuff. and you're watching. I mean, I'm honored. Oh, thank you. Aiden, you missed it. My mom was in stream earlier. She was in chat. That was our first stream ever. Then I called her old and then she left. We're getting something today. I feel good. We're gonna get something today. We've only been live for an hour. We started at what, 160 encounters? We've almost doubled that. Are there any... I think there is like one or two chain fishing hunts. I kind of want to do some chain. And that's not something that a normal person would say. But got really good odds. It's actually really fun in my... Because I want to do that soon, but I'm not going to do it for my thing yet to be announced. I do want to do it. I'll have to pull up the spreadsheet. I think Dedenne, like, his shiny is just like him with a tan. I think he's just like kind of like darker. King Brett, will you watch the Grand Theft Auto 6 extended look? Wasn't that today? I do not have Netflix. But didn't you say that they're gonna like put it on YouTube like a few hours later? It was today. Okay. If it's on YouTube, I'll watch it. It's on YouTube right now. Okay. Sure. Again, I'm not buying it. At least anytime soon. I might get 5 and just see like, okay, what is this all about? But I told Bridget I kind of want to go for like a GameStop or a Best Buy and just like experience like the midnight release, because it is the biggest game of all time, you know. I kind of just want to go experience that. I'm not gonna buy it. I just want to go just see what it's like. It's like, gone are the days of me being able to go to like a Halo midnight release. I was mad that they didn't do a midnight release for Campaign of All. I was upset. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. How long is it? Doing all digital releases, so I don't know if it'll be the same height. I know there's no disc. Wait, is it only no disc for PlayStation? I don't... Because I know they're still giving people cases with like a download code. Hot take, I don't give a crap about empty cases. At least they're giving us cases. I need something to put on my shelf. Like, I bought this the other day. This is for Pokemon Fire Red. It doesn't even have the code on the back. It printed on the receipt. But this is as physical as you can get a Switch released Fire Red. I have it on GBA. I have a physical. But like, I'm so physical oriented that I refused to buy it on the eShop. I needed something. So I went to 3 different stores to find that freaking card. I have it, and I'm happy. It's no disc altogether. I have all digital PS5 games, so it doesn't affect me. Yeah. And that is the common consensus. I did the math on, because everyone's in a hoopla about the digital only thing. And it was like 97.3% already have a fully digital library. I mean, they started that whole thing when they said the disc reader was an add-on, you know? Like, it was inevitable that they were going to do digital only. And so many people are like, oh my gosh, can't believe PlayStation, blah, 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 blah. And they're doing that stupid... What is it, freaking? Protest not playing their PS5s this week? Who cares? You bought it. Play the thing. You're not going to stick it to the man by not playing a game for a week. You know, they already got your money. You already paid for the thing. I don't know. I don't understand people. Stupid. That doesn't mean that I can pre-download it early and not have to wait for a super long time for it. Yeah, that's a pro. Like, I mean, when I went to go pick up my pre-order for Campaign Evolved, I had to come home, and I didn't stream that night because it had a download. That sucked. But I have the box, and I'm happy. I love my box. No one can take the box away from me. The thing is, I don't need more stuff in my room if I can avoid it. Yeah. See, but you don't have a display mentality. I'm all about displaying my stuff. I like my collectibles and stuff, you know. So I like to look at my stuff, and you know, that's opinion. But I totally get your opinion. You want it clean and classy. It's like hooking something up and not wanting to see the cables. Like, I don't want to know it's there. I want to put on my PS5 and just say, hey, all my games are there. They're in my PS5. And that's cool. And here's my official long take, right? I like the ease of access of... I do not like taking a disc out or a cartridge out and putting a different disc or cartridge in. It's annoying. Especially if I have a lot of time on my hands and I'm playing multiple games. I don't like taking stuff in and out. So like, digital is easier. That's why what Nintendo was doing with the whole game keycard thing, I thought that was going to be perfect because, oh, just stick the cartridge in once, it downloads your game. But you still have to have the cartridge in. Kind of lame. But I think what Xbox is doing right now is what I really like. Put your disc in. It downloads a license onto your computer, onto your account, so you don't have to put the disc back in. You can play it. I think that's nice, and I still own all my games. I still have all the physicals. I bought the physicals so I can look at them, and it's easy to flip through all my games. I think that's perfect. That's true. I'd rather have my Legos and stuff on, but if I want to display a game, then buy a poster or something. Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah. The Xbox thing is really cool. Best of both worlds. Exactly. I think that is a great move by Xbox. Great step in the right direction. Everything that I want. I saw somebody say today, eventually it's going to be a problem because people are going to go to GameStop. They're going to buy a game, go home, put it in their Xbox, and go return it. Because technically they would still have the game. So I don't know how that part works. But they had to have thought of that. So we'll see what happens. But I'm an Xbox ride or die. Today also the 25th anniversary Xbox came out for pre-orders. $900. Gone in an instant. I also don't have to worry about a disc getting damaged or lost, which is, yeah. My thing is, it's like, how's a disc gonna get damaged? Really? They can, obviously. They totally can. But what I have to worry about losing something this small. That's easy to lose. I firmly believe that the next Xbox, Project Helix, and the PS6 will be the last home consoles ever made. Speaking of PlayStation, somebody was arguing with me in my YouTube comment section the other day, talking about how Nintendo's going downhill and they should be scared about PlayStation's next console because there's rumors that PlayStation is making a home console and a handheld, and that it's going to be a billion times better than the Switch, so everyone that owns a Switch is going to sell them and buy this new console. And I'm like, girl, no. How many Switch 2s have sold in 1 year? 23 million in 1 year. How many PlayStation Portals have sold up to now? 2 million. That's the same amount as Kirby Air Riders. And Kirby Air Riders is considered a failure because it only sold 2 million copies. So what the heck is this whole handheld console supposed to be? You know, like, this chick was just like, no, you better sell all your Nintendo stuff now. I'm like, no. You don't understand Nintendo then. You have no. PlayStation has made multiple handhelds and it has not affected them at all. The PSP was great. I had a PSP. I loved it. PlayStation Portal, I've heard one person that had a positive review. Out of like the 10 reviews I've heard, one person had a good experience with it. 10 reviews, that's like 10% of the population. You know, like, that person was just delusional. I don't know. But I mean, hey, we'll call it today. It's August 27th, 2026. If PlayStation releases a handheld, I will try it out, and I will be ready to eat my words. I know for a fact it will not be good. The problem with making a handheld console in 2026 is that you don't need to. Nintendo has proven how to do it with the Switch. You make a home console that you can take wherever you want. And it's fantastic. Nobody needs something better. And people have tried the Steam Deck and stuff. And Asus has made stuff. Shoot, Xbox has partnered with Asus in doing it. Problem is they cost a fortune. Switch 2 is $450. It's the cheapest console on the market. And dare I say it's the best console on the market. It has the best exclusives. It plays lots of things in 4K 60. Excuse me? A Nintendo console? Modern Warfare 4 is coming to the Switch 2. The same day it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation and Steam and whatever the heck else you're going to play it on. There's just... I don't see the competition. I love my Xbox, I do. But like... The only reason I have an Xbox is for Halo and Forza. That's the only reason anyone else should have a console. And yeah, you can have a PlayStation, play Spider-Man. That's the only reason I see a reason of buying a PlayStation is for Spider-Man. I've been thinking about getting a 4K TV. Walmart has one for like $2 right now. What size? Or what size do you want? My current one is a 40. That is okay. Never mind then. I have a 4K 43 that, as of right now, is not being used. I would say if you could wait, but ooh. For 220? What brand is it? A 58. That's a weird size. What brand is that? TCL. Hisense. Okay. I'd buy that. That's nice. I do not like Roku TVs, but it is a cheap, inexpensive way to get a pretty good quality 4K TV. I mean, if you look at a Samsung TV, we'll say 60 or 55, it's gonna cost you $900. You know? I think the ones we had at work were 800. Samsung. And Samsung is not good. It is big boy name brand. Sure. But those things broke all the time. I'll wait a few months. Plus I need to. Oh, okay. Not on sale even yet. Will be at some point. Yeah, that's what I did to furnish the house we got in Lebanon. Because I was like, I want a new TV for my space. I want a 4K for my Series X. And I just went to Walmart and I bought the cheapest 4K thing they had. And it was beautiful. Beautiful. I loved it. I still have it. It'll eventually go in the next house. Next place we're getting. We just don't have the space for it. Place. I'm excited to move, I gotta tell you. Having been here for like 5 months, I'm excited to move, yeah. We just do not like this place. It was really all we could get on the time crunch, because like right before we moved, the place we were gonna move into was like, oh yeah, it's actually not available anymore. So we were scrambling in like the last. It was literally like 3 days before we moved. Like we were making calls on the way down. It sucked. Okay. 3 days before we moved, needed to find a new place. We found a new place that day. They're like, yep, you can move into this apartment. All good. We'll sign the lease. Cool. We signed the lease. And the day before we moved, they're like, hey, so there was a water leak in your apartment. So it's going to take like a month to fix. They have to cut a hole in the drywall and it. And we're like, no. We have 2 under 2. We're not going to live in a construction. So they're like, okay, well, we'll look for something else, but we're like, no buts. Not our fault y'all's stupid apartment leaked. So then we had to re-sign the lease on the drive down because we sold our house and we had to go. The drive down. My goal is just before GTA, so if I put like 45 aside each paycheck, I'll be fine. Plus, I may get like a Friday deal. Valid, that's on. That's valid. I never plan for Black Friday, and I always should. I just never do. Be like, hey, I've been wanting this thing for a few months. I'm gonna wait till Black Friday because there's probably gonna be some kind of a deal I can hop on. I'll wait there. I never do that. Tabs open all. Pricing. I don't think I've ever Klarna'd. I hate having a payment. In my mind, payments are okay for houses and some cars. Why the heck would you get a payment for a thing? I've never understood. I remember when Klarna first came out and it was like, buy this shirt for 4 easy payments of $6. And I'm like, I have $30 though. Who doesn't have $30 for a shirt? Like, I say that as in, if people are shopping for shirts, they should have the money. You know, if you're shopping for a shirt and only have $4 to your name, don't buy a shirt. If that made any sense, I don't know. Depending on your college too. Yeah. I still think college is a scam. Says the guy that has a degree. But that's why I'm allowed to have my opinion. Because I have a degree, I am educated. My wife has a degree, she is educated. My degree was free. Hers was not. I got a bunch of academic scholarship, and I only have an associate. So I only needed to do 2 years. So I only needed to scholarships for technically did. I think what you're doing is great because you're doing. You said the word earlier today. It's a. I don't even. Said earlier. Type of course, type of school, whatever. I think what you're doing is great. People that are going in a career diploma, yes, a career diploma. I'm speedrunning, so I'm still. Yeah. A career diploma is perfectly fine. What you're doing is absolutely correct in my mind. That is what people should be doing. Because the consensus was when we grew up, you have to go to college. If you get a job, you have to go to college. So that's what people did. And then they got into hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. And they're like, well, good thing you have a degree so you can go get a job to pay all that off. But then you get a job that doesn't pay it off. Okay, well, you need a better job. Well, how do I do that? Well, you gotta go back to college. You're like, no. I finished my book. No! Bridget, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Chat, send Bridget hugs. My tuition was also very, very cheap compared to a college tuition. My computer costs more than my school. As it should be. I'm experiencing the 7 stages of grief, but I'll be Gucci tomorrow. Yeah, just take tonight, you know, just chill out and... Yeah, what are the 7 stages? I always feel numb after finishing a book. Hey, you're 1 step closer to buying another book. You are 2 out of 30 steps. Denial, anger. That's 2. Bargaining. Depression. Acceptance. The JK5. Actually, I could have bought a PS5 Pro for more than my tuition. Bridget, you're just describing shiny hunting. That is until you get a shiny. Ah. But man, what if? The reason I say Bridget is 1 step closer to buying another book is because she has accumulated so many books that she has 50 that she needs to read. 50. Now, she reads very quick. No. 48. My apologies. She has 48 books to be read. So her TBR stack is 48 high. And I said, you got to get a big chunk of that before you can get more. So she has to read 30 books to buy more books, which I think is valid. Out of 48, get through 30 of them, you have 18 left. Okay, hey, cool. This came out or whatever. You know, start building the TBR back up. But I think I might just make that a rule if it can never go past 50 or something. You know what I'm saying? That might be a good idea. I don't know. I don't know how someone can read so much. I can't do it. I hate reading. If college isn't 100% necessary, post-high school education, I would... I mean, the problem is high school education is crap these days. So, I would recommend doing something. But most jobs you would want or need, you can just do what you're doing, or like a single course, or just get certified in something. Most things you can just go out and do. Like, the world works through people knowing people. Like, I went on tour. I went on the biggest hype tour in the world. Do you think I did that with my college education? No. I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. I was like, hey, you want to be on this tour? I said, yeah. And I just did it. And you know, you have to have smarts and the knowledge and the know-how, blah, blah, blah. But, like, figure it out. Depending on, like, look, I think about how many Bernstein Bears books you could grind through. You were on the Wiggles tour? There were 2 tours going on at the same time. There was Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen. And those were the biggest tours in the world at the time. Because Beyonce had just ended Renaissance. So that was the big... Yeah, then it was like Ed Sheeran, then Beyonce, then Taylor Swift, then Morgan. Or like all of like the big things. But like, you don't need... Just what you need to do is figure out what you want to do. And then just go from there. That's the hardest part, is just figuring that out. I still ain't figured it out. My biggest thing is I like being a dad. I like being a dad. You know, I focus on that more than I focus on what I'd want to lave away at for 30 years. You know? I like that job the best. What's up? I want to say your name, but I don't want to butcher it. Oh, Doc cured my UTI. Oh. Well, I'm glad it's cured. Congratulations. We like being healthy. We like it. Doc from Rainbow Six Siege. Someone Someone just brought up Rainbow Six recently. It definitely wasn't you. Someone brought up Rainbow Six last stream. Mine. That's so funny that you bring it up. It goes well. We are shiny hunting in the Fred Safari for Mr. Electabuzz there. And we also started our darkrai hunt, which is gonna take forever. But hey, we gotta start sometime. But it's going good. We've been talking about college. I asked what everyone's Chick-fil-A order is, and no one responded. Are they actually friends? I feel like as long as jobs at least notice that you did something post-high school, like getting certified and not becoming neat, that's all they care about. When I did my first semester in that school in Columbia, I went for a sports management degree. And I was like, sweet, I want to do that. I quit doing that, and I did my production degree. And everyone told me, yeah, you just need the associates. You just need the associates. So that's what I did. And then when I was looking for a job, every single job I could find was at least 4 years of schooling. And I was like, why? I've worked in the field for 4 years. I know more than a college graduate is going to. You know? That's the stuff I don't like. When they're like, no, you're required to have 6 years of education. So you want someone that's read books for 6 years, or you want the person that's actually done it for 6 years. That's how I feel about it. Welcome to Brett's rant sesh. They should just do an alternative associates in addition. Or I feel like, I mean, I went to a tech school. I don't really know, but my school was very like, it was just hands-on. It was like, so I have a post-production degree. So I have a degree in editing, specializing in the Adobe suite. And all of our classes were like, hey, here's a bunch of footage from a fight scene from this movie. Every single angle, every single shot, blah, blah, blah. This is the whole entire fight scene. You do it. Just edit it. Put it all together. Here's the script. Put it all together. And we did. People couldn't do it. Some people could. That's my favorite kind of teaching, is like, hey, you have the basics. You can do all of this stuff with the basics. You just kind of gotta, you know, figure it out on the way. 400 encounters, everybody. Will we get a shiny on 400 hits? Not a shiny. Fine. We keep going. We keep hunting, everybody. I had a script writing class. That was kind of cool because it was the opposite. So they would give us a scene and then say, from that scene, how do you think the script was written? So, you know, it would be type out BO, blah, 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 punch with right hand, Arl, you suck. You know, like how to outline a script with the words of the actors and the angles. So hey, sunny, noon, exterior park. You know, it was like all that kind of stuff. Camera pointing at actor number 2. I think I'm about to do an actual project though in school today. I went through an entire section on swimming, like using roll wheels. Cool. It was very cool. Everything we did in my degree was fun. I actually found this not too long ago. I sent it to Hayden. I don't know if he still has it. But I took an audio course, and the final project was take any scene out of any movie you want, mute it, and replace all of the audio. It can be 10 seconds, it can be 20 seconds. It just had to have like a minimum of like 3 sound effects and like a voiceover. So I did the Duel of the Fates, which isn't easy. It's not just a couple sound effects here and there. It's not a couple, you know, oh, let me do this in a night. That took, I think it took me over a week, nonstop. I did every single lightsaber clash, every single lightsaber whoosh, I edited the song because, as you know, in all the Star Wars movies, there's always 2 battles going on. So the song continues even though you're not seeing the Duel of the Fates, you're seeing, you know, Padme rescuing herself, I guess. So I had to like remix the music, and I kid you not, the whole time, because we watched all of our projects in the theater on site, everyone was just like this. And I was like, oh, that wasn't that good. Ooh, I messed up there. Ooh, that blah blah blah. Everyone else was dumbfounded. You know, I have an act for this kind of stuff, and I love doing it. I put my heart and soul into this. It is a humongous passion for me. And it's so sad because there was another girl that was like, the professor was like, before we watch it, how did you do? How did you like it? You enjoy? And she was like, was it all onomatopoeias you did? I forget what that. This girl was like, I really liked it. I had so much fun doing this. So much fun playing with the timeline and I was like, oh, sick. This chick's gonna be great. It was a scene that had 2 guys, like cowboys, 2 guys just hanging out in a desert, had 2 lines, and she threw like a gust of wind sound, and it was like off time. And I was like, and at the end she said, I think I want to do this for a career. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe that's me being prideful. I was very proud of that project, but I was also like, honey, you're not doing this for a career. Like, you made the sound with your voice, like the, no, I did not. I pulled all the sound effects from online. Which is kind of funny because I could just watch the movie and be like, okay, that's lightsaber up whoosh 3. And I would just find it in my sound effects package. Like, oh, there it is. So it sounded almost 1 for 1. It was pretty dang good. I might still have it. But you can ask Hayden, he's seen it. I think we're going to be able to hit odds today. I don't know. I feel really good about today. I feel like we got to have something. We're going to hit odds on the friend safari today, not on darkrai. We're making good progress on darkrai, though. If I can get to 500 on each of these today, that would be fantastic. Maybe not darkrai. Should I do that? Should I redo it with onomatopoeias? Bridget did that not long ago. What was that? It was a TikTok sound, but it was a sound that would have gotten her video like demonetized, not demonetized, but like flagged or something. And so she was like, I'm just gonna sing it. I was like, okay. There's a video on her TikTok somewhere, maybe a month ago, and it's just her voice going like do 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 or something. I don't freaking know what it was. It was hilarious, and it sounded really good. It was not bad. We'll have to ask her. I don't think she's in chat anymore, but the fun thing about not being able to see Streamlabs is that I have no idea how many viewers I've had this whole time. No stress, man. No idea how many people are watching me. Oh, I want a Darkrai so bad. Ah! When I eventually find Darkrai, I'm gonna go berserk. Right now we are stuck with Little Yellow Rat. Heck is kind of... When I say kinda, it's been hurting for like 30 minutes. Okay, we got 3 Dedenne in a row. That's not good. We do not want Dedenne. Here's our boy Electabuzz. Buzz is the was. Darkrai! Darkrai's so cool. Preston, I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with me tonight. Really fun. I was at 400 with Darkrai. I want to double check the odds for Friends of Art because it's either 512 or 580. I just realized I haven't shown y'all my shiny Ponyta yet. Y'all want to see my shiny Ponyta I got on Platinum? It was my first ever 8192 shiny. $400. Oh, shiny Ponyta, so beautiful. So sick. So iconic. We still haven't named it, but let's name it. I opened my phone to look up the odds and my low power mode is on and it already turned off. Sorry, odds. You're back in like 3 minutes. I'll leave my computer. 512. Okay. I'll see you back in a couple minutes. All right, we can't find the shiny while Preston's gone. You're just joining in, peeps. What is going on? We're hunting in the French Safari and soft resetting for Darkrai. As Pokemon Bank is shutting down and we don't have it yet. Got it. We gotta get our boy Darkrai. But this is part of our Gen 4 Shiny Living Dex. We're hunting for Electabuzz to then evolve into Electivire. Gen 4 and Darkrai is obviously Gen 4 Mythical. We're creeping up to odds on Safari. Main thing is I will go over odds on every single hunt. If I can get Damon and Darkrai under odds, everything else. Just give me the two mythicals that are going to be the hardest to do. I think next week we're gonna do maybe some chain fish DEX. Maybe hop back into ZA. I really want Lucario. I want to get Lucario. I think that ZA is really the only place we're gonna hunt for that. He has returned, but we didn't find a shiny without you. That's good. But if we did find it, I would have waited for you to come back so you could see it. But hey, maybe now that you're back, we'll find the shiny. How about that? We find Darkrai today where we're naming. That would be funny if I had like, if I had like a bigger chat, I would name all of the shinies after whoever was number one chatter at the time. That makes sense. Like, yeah, the top fans, cause like you're the number one fan right now, cause you're the most, watching the most. But I fear that if we do that now, 90% of the Dex is going to be named Preston. Well, we could say press 1, press 2, press 3, press 87, press 110. I hope we find something soon. My shoulders are hurting, honestly. I'm gonna need a neck rub or something. I have different accounts, so diverse. We do already have a Pokemon in this dex named King. Can't do that. The only ones I remember are King, Grace, eBay. I think that's it. That's all I remember. We have 8. I remember 3. Oh, Walmart. I remember half of them. Try doing 3 different feet counts, one for music. Well, then maybe just make that the catch-all. I'll be sub to Breakfast then. The real MVP. Preston, I think for that event we're talking about doing 2 weeks, I think I'm gonna multi-stream it on here and on Twitch, just to see what happens. I want just like how multi-streaming works, getting used to it, and if Twitch does literally, because I like being, but I also can't make any money and on Twitch. That sweet, sweet ad revenue. Kind of over the thing. It technically shouldn't, because Streamlabs is just basically copying everything. But and right now I'm looking at 15 to 20-ish% CPU usage. It was becoming a problem when it hits 30. So, I mean, it would need to pull a lot more. I mean, I can even pull up Task Man, but it's actually just... Streamlabs is doing 0.6% right now because it is minimized. So, I think even if it doubles, I think it should. And Google Chrome was doing 1%. So, I don't think it's going to be an issue. And if it does, I'll say screw it. I'll start making money on YouTube eventually. I wonder how my DS time got so far off. Was correct. Now it's off by 1 hour and 9 minutes. $450. If we get it to Dene, I'm gonna be like, this is. I guarantee you, this is gonna be my reaction. I guarantee it. I'm gonna clip that just in case. I am very excited for that event, though. Come on, baby. What else? Oh no, it's gone. Doing that thing you do. That has been stopped. You know that one. Come on, Electabuzz. 9 for us, baby! Yeah, Friend Safari is definitely going faster. I'm about almost 30 ahead now. Preston, have y'all ever seen the Star Wars Resistance? The pilot. I've been watching it, and I've never seen it before because I always just like, one, I hated the animation style, but it's also like, that is like even more childish than Rebels. The Rebels is peak Star Wars. Like insanely childish, which it is. But honestly, I've been watching it. It's pretty good. It's nothing insane. I'm really enjoying it. I'm on like episode 6 of season 2. There's only 2 seasons. I'm really enjoying it. We're about 50 encounters away from off. We can see something soon. I don't remember when. It's not that old. I think it's like it's completely made by Dave Filoni. I don't see him ever talking about it. No one asks about it. It's just like a forgotten piece. And it's all completely canon. It happens right before episode 7, and it just keeps going through episode 7 and 8. Because I'm having trouble putting it into my timeline, but it just happens exactly at the same time as 7 and 8. And there's just no even flow way of watching. Because the show, there's absolutely no breaks. The day it starts canonically, it's basically every day until the end of it. Same with The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi starts immediately after Force Awakens. You know? So what I think I'm going to do in my perfect timeline is just say starts before episode. I'd say start watching Resistance, and I think episode 18 the break yet. So watch until episode 18, because something happens in episode 20 that happens during 7. You have to watch Resistance season 1 up to episode 18. It gives you a tiny bit of a break. Start and just watch all of episode 7. And then I don't freaking know. There hasn't been another thing canonically happening in season 2 yet. That might change, but I would honestly say watch. Okay. Here's how I would say. Watch Resistance episode 1 to 18. Watch Force Awakens, watch The Last Jedi, then finish Resistance. That's what I'll say. As of right now. That could change. Because if someone says something in season 2 that's like, oh, well, yep, that happens during The Last Jedi or something, you know, I'll figure that out. I think as of right now, that's the way to do it. I don't know how many episodes are in. I'm going to guess 20. Last season. It's good. The end of Resistance is technically the final chronologically. No, because I'm assuming it doesn't tie into Rise of Skywalker at all. I'm assuming it's gonna go 7, 8, Resistance, 9. I mean, who knows? At some point in the show, at maybe the season finale, they're like, hey, I heard Rey's starting a new Jedi Order. They'd be like, oh, okay, then that's definitely after Rise of Skywalker. Or, you hear the Emperor's alive? Spoilers. Something like that might happen, but I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. I do think it's just going to be in passing, someone's going to say something to like tie it in. But I think Rise of Skywalker will always be the best thing. When is Starfighter? Speaking of Ryan Gosling, the Canadian. I feel like that might be after they verified it in time. Huh. I hope it's just so far after the sequels that there's absolutely no cameos or thoughts of anything whatsoever. I liked Skeleton Crew because they made no mention of anybody. It's exactly what I wanted in a Star Wars show. This is a show that's a really good show. It's just set in the Star Wars universe, and it has nothing to do with almost anything. Only catch that you can tell where it is what it talks about. The whole thing is about the New Republic currency. Okay, well, the New Republic's obviously after episode 6. So it's like, it's in between the OG and the sequel. I think in my timeline I have that after us. Ahsoka Season 2 coming out in January, though. Woo! That is gonna be some fire. I am excited for that. Season 1 was great. I think Season 2 is just gonna pop off. Everyone, obviously the cast has to say this, but like, the guy that plays Ezra is just like, yeah, so Dave just kind of like said screw it and just did everything everyone else ever wanted. Thank you. I think we're gonna see some all-out nonsense Ahsoka Season 2. Thanks, Dave. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm not surprised we haven't found something like that, but like, because I'm just so used to going over odds, but like, give me one hunt. I can't say that actually. I've gotten 2. There's one Pokemon I got that I won't say its name because it's in this chat. Y'all will only see that in the video in a few. There's one Pokemon that the odds were 1 in 4,096. I got it in 200. So do the math. However many times. And I got a shiny Tyron in ZA at half on. I got it at like 2. Well, and I got Mewtwo in that video under. Okay, whatever. But my first ever Friend Safari hunt, I went 6th overall. Like everything else I've ever done has always been slightly over. Give me one. The 4th one. It's okay. We have a lot of hunts to do. We will definitely be under odds for a lot of them. Most hunts technically are under odds. That's just how math works. So most of the time you're going to be at least slightly under. Sometimes you just won't. Okay. I think someone set a world record though a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week. He was doing a 8192 hunt, 1 in 8,009. The base odds of an old game for Lugia. He got the Lugia in 109,000 and counting. 100,000. Buddy, why did you keep going? I would have stopped at like 10 and just said, screw this. I'm not doing it. Talk about determination. People, I don't think there's a document for that, but people are saying that's probably the world record for most encounters for one shiny. It's absurd. How many times over odds is that? 8 times what is 110,000? Do the math. How long does it take to do an encounter? I think at game, alright, average legendary. Let's say 35 seconds per encounter. I don't even want to know how many hours, days, probably. I guess just 35 seconds times 109. It might have been more than that. I remember 100. $44 days. And obviously it's not straight, but 44 days that person's life was spent hunting a 500 encounters. No shiny. Insane. I commented and was like, cool, so when you go for all the other legendaries, you'll get them each in one encounter. First try for your next 44 shiny. Because, like, if the odds are so much not in your favor that much, that means technically odds are you're gonna get that many shinies in a row. That's what the odds would say. But how many times over odds is that? So 109 divided by 8. You know, 1,000. Oh my. 13 and a half times. You gotta be kidding, dude. And I was mad about 6. But it's different because the odds in the are 512. Going 6 times over odds, it was only like 2,000. Principle about going over odds. Good night. I dropped a couple frames though. I thought it was loading the shiny. I don't want DNA. I want to elect it. The worst thing about when I went 6 times over odds, it was in the Friend Safari, obviously, so there were 2 encounters I could get. It was Fracture and a Noibat. I got 3 shiny Fractures in a row. and then went 6 times over odds. You get the noise. I didn't count first 3 hunts. I was just getting into shiny hunting, so I didn't have any count. Button. But that's the most over odds the most encounters I've ever done. I think I've hit 10K once. I'll have to check my app. I'll do that to close out the stream. Alright, 2 more encounters until we are right at odds. Alright, Friend Safari odds are 1 in 512. This is our odds encounter, and we have a... Don't be shiny. Okay. Don't want it today. What about our boy Darkrai over there? Oh. Beans. Electabuzz? Going, buddy. Lucky part about streaming at night is just like I've been going for 2.5 hours, but it's 10:30. You know, so I max out at like really suck. But hoping to do more things like event. Definitely will be live earlier. So I announced that. I kind of just want to announce it now, but I want to make that video. Why can't you just red? I do not want to hunt you in Let's Go. I think the odds are the same in Let's Go when you do a catch. And I'm already at odds, so. What I like doing when I hit odds on a hunt, I'm always just like, it could be any time. And it really keeps my confidence up. So, I mean, this could easily be a shiny. Very good odds. Not. But, you know, it just keeps the... Now you're like, okay, well, when is it going to be? It's not... We're over odds, so, like... It's got to be any second, right? So with that, like, I like being over odds to have that mindset. So then you're just kind of like, well, I'm over odds. Where's my shiny? Give me my shiny. What happens first? We get a shiny in the Friend Safari, we get 500 encounters on Darkrai. I'm happy with 500 encounters. Good progress. I just know Darkrai is just probably going to take a long time. Getting 500 is a good chunk. Obviously, I know we didn't do 500 this stream, did. When we get to 500, it'll be 350 that we did. But if I can theoretically get around 500 per stream, odds are we'd get it in a month. So not bad. Or get it today. In that. Any second now. The shiny Electabuzz. And we're all gonna be happy. Second a shiny Electabuzz shows up, my back's gonna stop hurting, my neck's gonna be nice, my feet aren't gonna be... It's gonna be fantastic. Also, my Fat DS's capture card has not glitched this whole... Got this one cheap on eBay because it was kind of broken. It's old and decrepit. It works. If you can find just the right spot, don't move it. It works perfectly fine. He didn't tell me it was glitchy and kind of crappy, but the price kind of indicates. Guys, I think when we hit 500 for Darkrai, I think I'm gonna stop here. Honestly, my back and a different chair wouldn't even like my neck. Overworked. You know, at the gym. Come on, shiny Electabuzz! Gonna happen. Or I can go 13 times over. Sorry, 13. There's gonna be like 2 more. Get a shiny! I think I'm getting more okay with getting a digit. I just want something today. The 50-50. Get what we want. I do have a couple hunts that I can potentially set up. I just need people to add me back on their friend thing. You ever think you're ever just running into the same Electabuzz and today? You're like, it's a small patch of grass. You actually can do that in some games. You can run in the same. Eventually, we're gonna get a shiny and be like, haha, at least that one's different. But if that is a legitimate question, I can catch it too and show you that they're different. Oh? This is the game. Hey, everybody. Win some, you lose some. Today, we're winners. Eventually, that's gonna work, and the clip is gonna be the equivalent to opening the fridge, seeing up 15 seconds later, thinking different. No, because eventually there will be something. Mom goes shop and brings it home. All right, 542. Nothing. Darkrai 500. Nothing. I'm gonna get an even number on Front Safari, then I am logging off. I am so tired. Do 3 more. Watch the Pokemon Platinum intro. All right, last encounter of the day. 07's in chat. No shiny. All right, chat. Oh wait. Look at my shiny. Only bet. That's what took me 6 times over odds. Alright, let me check. A Fungus took me 8,700. And those odds was 1 in 4,096, so that took me over double. Noibat was 3,100, which the odds was 500. Tyrant was 2,000, odds were 4,000. Cleffa, odds were 64, and I got it in 1. That's the only hunt I've ever done that took 1. Giratina was just over odds at 4,500. Eevee was double over odds at 1,000. Yeah. The longest one I'm done right now is Kyurem at 6,000, but it is 50 hours. 50 hours I've hunted that guy. So, good night, chat. I will see y'all next time. Not this Saturday. Sad Charlie Brown music. Not this Saturday. Probably Monday. But obviously follow me on Instagram and that will let you know whenever I do go live. So I will see y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Preston, you're a champ. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and keeping me going. So much. I will see y'all next time. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Wait, I gotta pull up Streamlabs.